Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. So today I got a crazy current event story, and I want to talk about this topic and give a breakdown on it because I've seen a lot of people spreading around misinformation. There's people that are saying things that are not necessarily true about this story. This story happened like a week or two ago, but I want to clear up some of the confusion around this story just so you guys get a better idea of what exactly is going on here. But anyways, this is about the GTA 6 hacker, and we're going to be talking about him supposedly being sent to life in prison or life in a mental health clinic, which is the appropriate term. People keep saying that he's in prison, but it's not prison, but I'll talk about it in a little bit here. And this is not in relation to the recent breach at Rockstar Games, because a couple days ago on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, there was source code for GTA 5 that was leaked, and also some files for Bully 2. Now, this apparently was tied directly to that GTA 6 hack that happened a year ago, but the hackers had basically kept the source code for GTA 5 for a year, and then they had released it on, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, just so it would be harder for Rockstar to deal with it and do something about it. But anyways, let's read this article, and I will link this BBC article and let you guys know what's going on with this guy. So, Lapsus, GTA 6 hacker handed indefinite hospital order. And here we have a picture of the hacker. This, I'm assuming, is an older picture. I don't know how the BBC had gotten this. But basically, if you're wondering why his face is blurted out, it's because under UK law, if you are under 18 and you are arrested for a crime, it is illegal for the police to release your picture to the media. And so he was 17 at the time. 18, I believe, in the UK is when you are a legal adult. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But I believe that 18, you are a legal adult in the UK. And that is precisely why you can't see his picture here, or his full face, I should say. But anyways, this is what the article says. An 18-year-old hacker who leaked clips of a forthcoming Grand Theft Auto GTA game has been sentenced to an indefinite hospital order. Arian Kurtaj from Oxford, who is autistic, was a key member of international gang Lapsus. The gang's attacks on tech giants, including Uber, Nvidia, and Rockstar Games, cost the firms nearly $10 million. The judge said Kurtaj's skill and desire to commit cybercrime meant he remained a high risk to the public. He will remain in a secure hospital for life unless doctors deemed him no longer in danger. The court heard that Kurtaj had been violent while in custody, with dozens of reports of injury or property damage. Doctors deemed Kurtaj unfit to stand trial due to his severe autism, so the jury was asked to determine whether or not he committed the alleged acts, not if he did so with criminal intent. So basically, this is where the misinformation is coming in, is because I've seen comments of people, saying to me, oh, Professional, did you hear the GTA 6 hacker got sentenced to life in prison? No, that is not what happened here. He had gotten sentenced to an indefinite time at a mental health clinic. There is a massive difference. And I guarantee you, he's not going to spend his life in that mental health clinic, and I'm going to explain why in a little bit. But basically, this is the part that people aren't really talking about. They're not talking about his severe autism, and they're also talking about the fact that he has been violent while in custody, and dozens of reports of injury or property damage. He possibly had hurt himself while he was in custody. And what happened was the police brought in some kind of psychiatrist, some kind of mental health professional to probably examine him and see whether he is fit to stand trial, and they probably determined that he was not fit to stand trial. Now, I'm not a, mental health expert. I don't know. The expert obviously knows more than we do. A mental health assessment used as part of the sentencing hearing said he continued to express the intent to return to cybercrime as soon as possible. He is largely highly motivated. The jury was told that while he was on bail, for hacking Nvidia and BTEE and in police protection at a Travelodge hotel, he continued hacking and carried out his most infamous hack. Despite having his laptop confiscated, Kurtaj managed to breach Rockstar, the company behind GTA, using an Amazon Fire Stick, his hotel TV, and a mobile phone. My god. Kurtaj stole 90 clips of the unreleased and hugely anticipated Grand Theft Auto 6. He broke into the company's internal Slack messaging system to declare, if Rockstar does not contact me on Telegram within 24 hours, I will start releasing the source code. He then posted the clips and source code on forum under the username of Teapot Uber Hacker. He was rearrested and detained until his trial. So, he was detained, they kept him in a hotel room, and while he was in a hotel room, he did not even have his laptop. He used an Amazon Fire Stick, his hotel TV, and his mobile phone in order to hack once again. So, this kid, I'm going to say this about this kid is extremely smart. Very, very intelligent, 100%. So you're definitely extremely smart and talented individual if you're able to do something like this. From your hotel, you're able to hack into, one of the largest companies ever, creating probably the most biggest video game of all time, just from your hotel using an Amazon Fire Stick TV to TV and your mobile phone. And this leads me to believe that there is a possibility even though the possibility is small, that this kid might be faking his aggressive behavior to a degree. He's definitely been diagnosed with autism, there's no question about that, but he might be faking some of his other violent outbursts, and he might be doing that on purpose just so he does not face a criminal prosecution for some of these things. Because in my country, if in the United States, if you are deemed unfit to stand trial, you could actually be sentenced to a mental health clinic if the courts can prove that you did not know what you were doing. You were not responsible for your actions, basically. You were not in the correct mental state. And the courts are probably going to argue that, he was a minor, he was not a legal adult at the time, he has severe mental issues. He did not know what he was doing at the time. That's probably what his defense is going to be arguing. And apparently looks like what's going to happen here. The psychiatrists determined this, and psychiatrists, they're not idiots. Also, a lot of these police psychiatrists, these mental health professionals the police bring in, so the police psychiatrist was probably definitely considering this possibility, that he was possibly, faking some of his violent outbursts just so he would not face responsibility. However, though, I do think he may face some criminal intent and some criminal responsibility later on, which I'm going to explain why. But anyways, let's read here. Earlier this month, the trailer for GTA 6 was released, clocking up 128 million views on YouTube in just 4 days. In sentencing hearings, Kurtaj's defense team argued that the success of the game's trailer indicated that Kurtaj's hack had not caused serious harm to the game development, and asked that this be factored into the sentencing. But Her Honor Judge Lee said that there were real victims and real harm caused from his other multiple hacks on individuals and the companies he attacked with lapses. Rockstar Games alone told the court that the hack costed $5 million to recover from plus thousands of hours of staff time. Yep. Definitely that definitely set them back a bit. And this right here, this is a text the City of London police has. This is again from the article, and this is what I think they will use against him in court. I think this is the most damning piece of evidence personally against him. We are Lapsus. Remember our name. We have your user data. We have EE's, BT, and orange source code. If EE pays us $4 million US dollars in XMR before the 20th of August, we will delete everything from our servers, XMRA DDR, and there's the entire link on that. But anyways, this is from that hacking group, but the kid's part of that hacking group. So if they can prove that he was the one who sent this text out, and we don't know if he was the one who directly sent the text out, it might have been somebody from the hacking group, but regardless, this hacking group is trying to extort. They're trying to get money for this hack, which that right there, that shows intent. Because in American court of law, to typically, convict somebody, you have to demonstrate both mens rea and actus reus, which is the Latin term. Now, mens rea is the guilty state of mind, and actus reus is the guilty act. Now, you can be convicted of a crime without having a guilty state of mind. In most cases, that would be basically like a strict liability crime. That would be like a crime where you didn't know you were technically breaking the law, but you still broke the law. But in this case, we have the guilty state of mind right here. The hacker group that he was part of sent this message out. This shows clear intent that they're trying to extort and they're trying to get money out of Rockstar. They know what they're doing in this case. Another Lapsus member who was 17 and cannot be named because of his age was found guilty in the same trial, which lasted 6 weeks at Southwark Crown Court. He worked with Kurtaj and other members of Lapsus to hack tech giant Nvidia and phone company BTEE and steal data before demanding a $4 million ransom, which was not paid. They also stole directly from individuals through their cryptocurrency wallets. The 17-year-old was sentenced to an 18-month-long youth rehabilitation order, including intense supervision and a ban on using VPNs online. As well as hacking offenses, the boy was sentenced for what the judge described as unpleasant and frightening pattern of stalking and harassment of 2 young women. Oh, that's creepy. Kurtaj and the 17-year-old are the first members of the Lapsus group to be convicted, but it's thought the others are still at large. The gang's audacious attacks in 2021 and 2022 shocked the cybersecurity world. The group from the UK and allegedly Brazil was described in court as digital bandits. The gang thought to mostly be teenagers, used con man-like tricks as well as computer hacking to gain access to multinational corporations such as Microsoft, the technology giant, and digital banking group Revolut. During their spree, the hackers regularly celebrated their crimes publicly and taunted victims on their social network app Telegram in English and Portuguese. It prompted U.S. cyber authorities to issue a lengthy report into Lapsus and other teen hacker gangs. It concluded that Lapsus made clear just how easy it was for its members, juveniles, in some instances, to infiltrate defended organizations. It's not clear how much money Lapsus has made from its cybercrimes. No companies publicly admitted paying the hackers, and the hackers did not provide the passwords to seize cryptocurrency wallets. So, Again, we don't know if any companies had paid. I'm sure they have at least one victim that did end up paying them. But basically, the intent is right there when they are extorting them. If they're extorting them, if they are saying, you better, pay us a bunch of money right now, or we are going to release this, this information, this source code, these other, hacked files, that is right there proving intent that they know what they did was wrong. They know it's a bad thing. They have this valuable information. They understand it's valuable information, and they are trying to extort the company to get money. So this kid had been sentenced to this mental health clinic on a combination of factors, but it's also because he has severe mental health issues or he was deemed unfit to stand trial. So he is being sentenced to this mental health clinic for an indefinite amount of time. Now, an indefinite amount of time could really mean anything, but like I said earlier in this video, I highly doubt that he is going to be there for life. I highly doubt that. There are people that are saying, oh, he's going to be there for life. No, this is where I think the misinformation is coming in. I think this kid is going to be there for a number of years until he gets his act together. When the mental health professionals deem that, he is rehabilitated, he is, reformed, he is not going to do something like that again, he's going to be released. So it might be somewhere in his early 20s he's going to be released. I think he's definitely going to be there for a few years, but I don't think he's going to be there more than 10 years. I just cannot picture that happening. Like, imagine an 18-year-old kid sentenced to, life in a mental health, clinic, mental health hospital for a GTA 6 hack. I'm not downplaying what he did, but there are people who are murderers, killers, who have spent less time in prison than this kid. This kid had hacked into a company, which I'm not defending, but there are people who have committed much worse acts, and they have not even served life in prison. So I highly doubt that this kid is even going to sit, for the rest of his life in the mental health clinic. And also think about it: if you are in your late 20s, if I have any viewers that are in your late 20s, even past that, if you're in your 30s, 40s, anything past that age, if you're watching this video, just think about when you were a kid. Think about how stupid you were as a kid. I was really stupid when I was a kid. I did dumb things when I was a kid. We all did dumb things. We didn't hack into multi-million-dollar companies, obviously, but the point that I'm making is that when we were kids, when we were 17, 18 years old, our personalities are oftentimes very different. I'm very different than from when I was, in high school than I am now. I was a very different kid. We all did dumb things. We misbehaved. We weren't always in the right state of mind. And so once we matured and we get older, we get our acts together, and for the most part, a lot of us change. And so that's what I'm thinking here. He's, young. He's has an unstable mind. He's just about to finish high school. When he gets older in his 20s, he has mental health professionals that are helping him through this. I think he is going to be released after a number of years. So the people that are saying, oh, he's going to be in there for life, professionally got sentenced to life in prison. No, he did not get sentenced to life in prison. He got sentenced to an indefinite amount of time in a mental health clinic, not a prison, and chances are he's probably going to be released. He's going to be released when he is deemed fit, when he's deemed not a threat to society, when he's not going to, hurt himself, and he's not going to commit any more hacks. The mental health professionals are going to deem him fit, and they're going to release him. At that point, there still might be some kind of punishment. I don't know exactly everything on UK law, but just because he's sentenced to this mental health clinic does not mean that he's scot-free, does not mean that he's not going to get some kind of punishment for it. And Rockstar is probably going to end up, banning this kid from ever using any Rockstar service anyways. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just wanted to clear up some of the misinformation I've seen people saying got sentenced to life in prison and all of that other stuff. But thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, do drop a like, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.